Welcome to meditation. Today's meditation is focused on loss. And I'm calling the meditation Assimilating Loss, Digest and Reset. Assimilating loss, digest, and reset. We all face loss in our lives that can take different forms. So we might be dealing with an emotional loss, so a change of relationship, someone or an animal, or we lose a relationship. So there's emotional loss, there's sorrow, there's all the whole range of emotions. There's also material loss. We lose things, financial situations change. And so loss is a real challenge. And in the deep philosophy, one would say that the only constant in life is change. And so with change in relationship to ourselves, there's going to be loss, and then there's going to be gain. So there's going to be a flow. Things come and things go. And the going of things is the experience of loss. So dealing with loss is a real challenge in life. It's one of our biggest challenges. And there's, I'd say, two main reasons for loss. And one is the life cycles that we deal with. So I remember both my parents have passed away, but I remember when my first parent passed away, I was 42, and I had obviously never lost a parent before. And that was a huge loss for me. And that was, the life cycle, birth, sustenance, and then death, the passing. And so the different times of life, the cycles of life, and also there are circumstances that change. Here in America, we have a relatively stable society. We have a relatively stable economy. But around the world, you see governments changing, you see economies crumbling. And so the changes are not only like life cycles, but changes can be rooted in societal changes, huge losses that can occur. And along with the change, the loss can often also be in relationships or in any situation. The loss can also be rooted not just in life cycles, but in the actions of other people, which can involve betrayal, cheating, dishonesty. A lot of times if you look at economic collapses, you see it's rooted in people cheating, in people betraying, or in emotional relationship losses. There can be dishonesty, there can be lack of integrity. And a lot of times in the midst of loss, the emotions that come forward can be anger. We lose trust. We lose faith in other people, confusion. Why did life do this to me? I've always been a good person. Why this misfortune? And so loss is a real challenge, and it's different than letting go. Letting go is when we decide that it's time for a change. But a lot of times in the loss that I'm talking about here, it hits us, it comes at us. And so when that happens, it's really important to, first of all, digest the experience, to digest it, to assimilate it. And just like, I like the analogy of food. So when we eat food, we have to consume it, we have to take it in, we have to digest it, and then we're nourished by it. So it's the same thing with the really challenging experiences of life. we need to digest them. We need to assimilate them. And that means, in many respects, it means taking ownership, or at least accepting what's happened and letting go of blame, of a feeling of being a victim, of anger, and taking ownership. Ownership doesn't mean that you're responsible, but ownership means that you're a part of it. Any situation that we're in, no matter what happens, we're part of what has occurred. We decided to put our money in this. We decided to go into a relationship. We decided to trust somebody. And so that accepting of responsibility, that accepting of ownership, gives us the ability to digest, to assimilate. And just like from food, even if the food doesn't taste good, we know if we eat it correctly, if we assimilate and chew it, we're going to digest and be nourished. And so it's the same thing with the challenging times of loss in our lives. If we can face it, look at it, digest it, assimilate it, then we come back a nourished person. We're nourished by the challenging lessons of life. So going back to the loss of my parents, really, really challenging, really hard lessons that really threw me off balance, that took a long time to digest. But coming out of it, all the wiser about life and all the more conscious of the value of life, how short it is, how important relationships are. And so that assimilation. And one thing that often happens in loss and dealing with it is we need to create some new categories in our lives. And so when challenging things happen, well, again, I'll go back to the situation with my mom. She actually had cancer. And the experience I was going through and her passing and all that happened, I couldn't really get my head around it. I was in a lot of emotional pain. And to get my head around it, what I needed to do was create a new category of experience. And so everything, if we're going to assimilate something, if we're going to digest it, we need to encapsulate it so that we can chew it up. Because if we can't encapsulate it, if we can't put it in a box or contain it, then it's just everywhere and it's going throughout our mind. So for me, the containment was the category of experience, and I called it things in life that suck that I can't do anything about. It sucked. I was upset that my mom was dying. At the same time, I couldn't stop it. Life is too big. Life's bigger than me. So things that suck in life that I can't do anything about. And once I created that category, then I could start to digest this thing. Hey, this sucks. It's upsetting. It doesn't feel good. And I can't stop it. And so now I have some containment and I can start to digest. As opposed to not having a category. So just going through life. Life sucks. Bad things always happen to me. There's no sense in loving everyone because everybody dies. You know, if the experience isn't contained, then it bleeds into everything. And so this digestion. And once we digest, then we are nourished and we have our lessons learned. And from the toughest experiences, we can come back stronger. We can reset. We can reset to be more vibrant, more alive than we ever were. It doesn't happen to everybody. A lot of people suffer a crushing loss and they never recover. They're angry, they're bitter until the grave. You don't want that to happen to you. And so it can. That's why you have to make the active effort through the meditation, or the meditation can facilitate this process. And so what we'll do in the meditation, this meditation, is we'll do the regular process of getting ourselves into that meditative state. And then once in it, I'll invite you to, if you're currently going through something that's a challenge, or just to refine or get a more consciousness of this process, I'll invite you to bring forward a loss that has occurred. And then as that, and then we'll talk, and then I'll give some verbal cueing on this containment. How do you categorize it? And then assimilate and come back stronger on the reset. And with that, we'll move into the meditation. So finding a comfortable seat, sitting up as straight as is comfortable. And let's begin this morning with our arms up in the sky, reaching up, palms either facing each other or facing straight ahead, whichever more comfortable on your shoulders and your arms. And the first few inhales and exhales. On the inhale, open your mouth wide and eyes wide. Exhale, let the mouth close, eyes close. Scrunch your face, smush the muscles. Inhale, expand. Follow your own breath cycle, the exhale. Smushing, scrunching. One more. Next inhale, just gently let the jaw relax. Eyelids can remain closed if that's comfortable. Become aware of your back muscles. You're only holding your arms up for as long as you choose to. No one's forcing you. So take ownership for energizing your body. Keep the jaw relaxed. Feel the muscles in your back, shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Nervous system coming to life. Exhale, let's come down to cactus arms. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring the forearms to touch. Inhale, wide. Exhale, touch. Inhale, wide. This time, have your movement of your arms towards each other, cover a few breaths, go nice and slow, be aware of your hands. Instead of touching forearms, you're going to touch fingertip to fingertip, thumb to thumb, pointer to pointer, etc. Go nice and slow. Focus here is on body awareness. Your eyes are closed. It's not a test. You're just firing up your nervous system. Sense of body in space. Once the fingertips are touching, rub them together a little bit. Do the same with your tongue. Tip of your tongue, touch the roof of your mouth. Feel those 6 points of contact. Your 5 fingertips touching, and the tip of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. Deep inhales and exhales. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, go wide. Shoulder blades squeeze together, chest opens. Exhale, slow. Take a few breaths to bring those fingertips to touching. Awareness, tip of the tongue, fingertips, deep breaths. Next exhale, let your hands drop down to your thighs, palms up. Again, jaw relaxed. As you breathe in, become aware of the muscles around your eyes and in your forehead. Exhale, releasing. Inhale an awareness of your jaw, your cheeks. Exhale, releasing. On the inhale, breathe awareness into the chest. Feel the expansion of your lungs. Exhale, releasing. Feeling into your heart space. Feeling release, so letting go. Now drawing awareness into your belly. On the inhale, belly goes out, pelvic floor relaxes. Exhale, belly draws in, and a slight lift on the pelvic floor. Just bringing movement to the belly and pelvic floor. Again, inhale, belly goes out, pelvic floor drops. Feel the entire pelvic floor. There's a number of muscle groups there. Try and feel them all releasing on the inhale, and on the exhale, drawing up and in. Bring your awareness away from your belly and pelvic floor on your next inhale. So you leave the pelvic floor relaxed, belly relaxed, awareness back up into the heart, chest area. And for this meditation, we're talking about assimilating experience, and it runs parallel to assimilating and digesting food. So using your imagination, we're just going to do a little scan through the digestive process and visualize this however you want. We just want to dial into this powerful process within ourselves of digestion and assimilation. So imagine you're eating something that's nourishing. You're chewing it. Digestive juices start to flow, saliva builds up. You chew it thoroughly, swallow. Now the food moves down into your digestive system. We may not have specific awareness of the different organs in our digestive system, but there's a general sense of that area of your body. And feel that food that you've taken down, you've chewed it well, you've brought it into the digestive system. Now the digestive juices, the metabolism of your body, the heat, energy, all the chemicals, they all go 100% to transform this raw material into energy for you. So however you want to visualize everything being digested, and it becomes life energy for you. At the same time, there's the waste matter. There's that part of the process which the body eliminates. It no longer needs. And that's part of our experiences also. So bring that into the visualization. You take in all this food, you bring it down, you digest it. The essence of it becomes health, power for you. The remains, the body gets rid of. Now that we have confidence in our ability to digest and reset and be nourished, now if there's something going on in your life that you're grappling with, a loss, a change, or if there's something you've recently dealt with that you want to kind of re-assimilate, or something you have done in the past that you have digested just to refine the process for yourself. So the first thing is eating it, which means looking at it clearly. And that looking at it clearly involves the circumstances, but it also involves your emotion. So there's the tree we pick the fruit from. Sure, the tree's there, but we don't eat the tree, we eat the fruit. So what were the emotions, the feelings, the experience, the experience, what did it mean to you? Acknowledge that, pull that into yourself. And as you feel into that emotion, as you sit with that emotion, start to digest it. What does it teach you? Because we want to draw the life force from the experience, from the emotion. So, what's the life affirming lesson, the life affirming energy? You also might need to contain the experience. Things that suck in life that I can't do anything about. That was one of mine. You might need to create your own category for this experience, contain it. So containing, digesting, drawing the nectar, the wisdom. And then what do you need to just eliminate? What do you need to totally let go of? It might be an image, a memory, something specific to this that really doesn't, you don't need it anymore. Some element of this whole experience that can just be let go of. You're focused on the nutrition, on the learning. And now the nourishment, the resetting, visualizing yourself moving forward in life, moving into the next relationship, moving into the next job, into the next situation, with the wisdom from this experience, lessons learned, experience gained, confidence abounding. Now, for the last minute or two, either stay right where you are in the meditation or go back to maybe you want to keep chewing, keep digesting the experience. Maybe you want to go back to just visualizing your physical digestive system, gaining confidence from that, or go back to any of the relaxation techniques. Your choice for the last 2 minutes. And now, if you'd like to, you can, of course, stay in meditation. Or if you choose to come out of meditation, becoming aware of your body, your surroundings. But I invite you to take a little time on your own to do some journaling, to do some reflection on the meditation experience you've had so that you can make this wisdom part of you, to journal, to draw, to sketch, to sing, to do some music, however you like to assimilate your meditation experience. It's been an honor practicing meditation with everyone. Today, we learned the meditation for loss, dealing with challenges in life. The light with me bows to and respects the light in each of you. Peace, peace, peace.